welcome back. My name is Karen. I'm one half of Kiora Creations, and I just want to say welcome or welcome back to anybody that's joining us again today for another video. I hope you're liking what we're putting out there, and yeah, welcome back. There's a few things that have been happening at the moment. One of the biggest things, I guess, is that I do have a market this coming Sunday, and also I've chosen not to go to a market the following week. I just don't have the stock to do two markets back to back, so I've made the decision that I'm only going to go to one and see if I can build stock for that. And possibly I won't be doing any markets in July, and then the one that I do have booked in is on the 1st of August, which is for a festival. So I'll see how I go. It's starting to get a bit cold down here, and in the area that I do markets, not many people are coming out to them. So we'll see how we go, but at this stage I haven't got any booked in for July, and I'm only going to do the one market, which is next Sunday. Anyway, on to what's been happening now. I forgot to show this last video, so I'll do it now. I keep a tally of how many skeins of yarn that I use each month. Now, unfortunately, because we get mill ends, I don't actually know how many skeins I've used, because they're, as you can see back there, they're just in a pile and I just use them and that. But in the month of May, I used 9. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the chenille blanket by Portercraft. As I said, that yarn is readily available to me, so I do have that in stock here, and I do use that a lot, so I did get through that. I also had 1 yarn of acrylic, that's for when I was knitting beanies, and 1 parfait chunky. So I've only used 9 skeins of yarn. But having said that, it wasn't just 9 skeins of yarn. I did use more than that. I had a lot of mill ends, excuse me. I did have a lot of mill ends that I used and did use completely. Now, for those that are overseas, if you're watching, we get these things called mill ends. Now, they are exactly as they say, mill ends, and they're just balls of yarn with no wrappers on them. Speaking of yarn, I bought this yarn on the weekend. As it says, it's a mill ends, and this is the colour. Now, I do believe that it is a Burnett. I'm not real sure what colour or anything like that. I use this particular colour for my chickens. Now, I thought I had, well, I'd had run out of that particular colour. Excuse me, I've got an itchy nose. I had run out of that colour, and I thought, well, I'm not going to get any more of it to make any more chickens. But when I was in Spotlight on Saturday, I went through the mill ends and I saw the colour again, so I quickly grabbed the bag, and yes, there was 2 skeins in there, but I am actually currently crocheting another chicken in that colour. It's one of my more popular colours for chickens, so that was a thing that I got on the weekend. Now, also, I'm looking at my little note here. Through the week, I got a Temu order. Like Tracy from Crochet by Tracy, I really shouldn't buy off Temu, because I actually measured this and I thought, yep, it's going to be great. It's going to do what I needed. Just reaching down here for it. That's my shoe rack. So as you can see, it's not very big. Hi. So that is now going to be one of my display stands at the markets. I honestly did measure it, and I honestly thought it was going to be big enough for a shoe rack. How wrong was I? Never not to mind. I've got a new display item to put my plushies on at markets, but I don't have a shoe rack. So no more buying anything off Temu other than these things that I know are correct. I got some more 12mm eyes because obviously we use eyes, so I've got 2 packets of those. I got some little bags. Now I use these at the markets for the people that want smaller things. So I bought a packet of them. They weren't very expensive. And also I bought, just hold that up there for you, some poly mailers. Now, because we do have the Etsy shop, I do use the poly mailers quite a bit, and I have been running low on them, so I bought some new poly mailers. Now, I just love the design in this one. Oh, well, it can go that way too. Yeah, so to buy the poly mailers and the little bags off Temu, they cost next to nothing. The biggest trap we know with Temu is you got to spend $50. Hence why I bought the shoe rack, which isn't really a shoe rack, which is now going to be a display for our markets. So that was all the things that I bought at Temu. Actually, no, there was one other thing. I bought another display stand for the markets, but I haven't put that together yet. So when I do, I'll when I do, and I can talk, I will do a show you what it looks like. Now, as I said, I decided not to do extra markets this month, apart from the one that's in next Sunday. I have had a few things finished, and I've managed to finish a platypus. So there's my platypus. He's a little bit crooked in some places, but you know what? You tell me what animal's perfect, and then, yeah. So this is the Sleepy Platypus by Zero Gravity Crochet. Now, it is a paid pattern on Etsy. If you haven't made it, you start from the bill, which has got no stuffing in it. It's a chain, and then you go around it, going down into a circle, down to there, and all the back. The tail is done separately, once again in the chain. The feet are all done separately, which is done in the chain with the bobble stitch. But this is the second platypus that I've ever made, so yeah, he's okay. He's not perfect, but tell me what animal there is. Now, I did have a custom order for the white chicken. Now, as I said, I did make one last week, but that wasn't going to be for the custom order. I wanted that as stock. So this week, when I got some eyes, because I use the 12mm eyes, I got in and got this custom order chicken done. So that will be going out possibly tomorrow. As we have said before, that is the Southern Gals crochet pattern for chickens. I don't do it exactly like her pattern, so I have adapted it to suit me. So that was another one that is done. Then, now Tracy had sent me some yellow yarn, so I got in and made some little rubber duckies. Now, it is the same pattern as I've used previously, which is from Amateur Hour, and it's on Instagram, and it's a free pattern. Now, because this yarn, is smaller, I used a smaller hook. So I used a 4mm hook for it, smaller eyes, and I finally had some orange for a beak. So I got in and I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. So I managed to get, let me get them all lined up here. Let me get them all lined up so that we can see them. Oops. I got all my ducks in a row. So I've got 5 little ducks, 5 little ducks in a row. I was very, very happy. So no more little ducks do I need. Yay. So, and that's all I've managed to get made. I've actually had a very busy week because I ended up working 5 days last week. So I didn't have a lot of time to crochet. I also had an incident at school on Tuesday that sort of left me very, very flat Tuesday night and a bit of Wednesday. Then, of course, still had to work Wednesday, Thursday. Friday was a moderation day where we did training. That was quite okay. There wasn't a problem with that. And then we went to Launceston on Saturday, and as I've said previously, that's an hour and a half drive for us. So we went down to Launceston, got quite a few jobs done, and then got home. And yeah, so that's all I've managed to get crocheted. Currently I have another beanie on my knitting needles because, as I say, I do those in the car while we're traveling. So I am crocheting another beanie, and also I do have another chicken 3 parts done out of the new mill ends that I purchased. So that is happening as well. While I was at Spotlight on Saturday, I also managed to get some yarn for another custom order, and I should get onto that very shortly. And next week, or this week, I should get the yarn that I need for another custom order that I have. So I'll get into those and get those finished as well. Now, through the week also, we did get another Etsy order for some more of our horseshoes. They, as I said previously, they are very, very popular. So we had another 4 go out through the week. They went out on Friday. So last week we did a total of 8 hooks out. As I said previously, 4 went to the USA, and then another 4 went to the Northern Territory on Friday. So hubby has been busy making hooks. They're our #1 seller, so he's been in the shed making more hooks. So hopefully we'll have enough now for the market this coming Sunday. Now, this coming Sunday, as I have said previously, is a market that we do enjoy going to. It has a theme to it each time, and this time it is called a whimsical winter market. So I do have plenty of headbands that I can take because I haven't been putting those out, and I do have a good supply of headbands, so I'll have those there as well. My beanies are definitely not up to where I want them, but I'll have beanies for the market as well. And I will have another week of crocheting plushies. So I would like to think that I can make some more items for that. My stock is growing. As people have said previously, I do need a variety. So hence why I thought when I was making those ducks, I would make 5. That gives me a good number to have of those. I've now got a good number of chickens, so they're quite okay. I also have a good number of the baby octopus that I have as well. I'm not real sure what I'm going to make next. I'll just see what pattern I have and if it takes my fancy. Thank you to Tracy once again from Crochet by Tracy. She's been sending me some patterns to work through. I have a good collection of them. Well, I don't have a good collection as what a lot of people have, but I do have some that are free on Instagram, so I'd like to get in and have a go at making some of those. So as I said, I'll see how I go, and we'll just see what happens, see how many I can get for the market. We have plenty of horseshoe items that we can take to the market as well. We always have a good supply of those. Now, we do have some bigger items in the horseshoes, so they're always there. But because we sell the horseshoe hooks on Etsy, they get depleted very quickly. And the other thing that gets depleted is our boot removers, and I think we've got a supply of those as well to take to the market. And that's about all for markets that, as I said, that we've got booked in. If I don't do any in July, as I said, the next one we have is on the 1st of August. Then we're actually away for a couple of weeks in August, so we definitely won't be doing any markets then. It's our granddaughter's 5th birthday, and who doesn't love a 5th birthday, especially one that's going to be about unicorns? So I would like to hopefully make something unicorn to take to her for her 5th birthday. I've got the yarn for it, I just haven't got in and got it made. She is anything that is unicorn, princesses, butterflies, all those things. So I want to try at least to make her a unicorn. Now, as I said, the market that we have on the 1st of August is a festival. It's down by the water, so I'd like to try and get at least a mermaid done for that. I have made mermaids before and they all sold out on me, so just another thing to add to my collection. Sorry about that, I just had an itchy nose episode. Not that you want to know about my itchy nose, but yeah. So now I actually think I stopped and started another video by the looks of that. Never not to mind, I didn't pause it, I actually stopped and started, so I apologise for the break in the video. I'm still learning, as we all know, but we're getting there, we're getting there. Anyway, that's about all I've got to let you know about for now. I'm just pushing my way through different things, still learning lots as we're going. I don't have anything specific planned to make at this stage. I'll just do whatever I can. As I said, I've made a couple of small things. I think I need to make a couple of medium-sized things maybe, so that there's something of substance there on the table instead of all small things. I don't actually have anything of substance on the table per se in plushies, so I'll have to find a pattern that's a middle of the road, something that I can have a go at that's not overly hard, and give that a go. I think the pattern that has been chosen for one of my custom orders is going to give me some curry. From all reports, it's going to be a little bit harder, possibly one of the harder things I have done, so all will be revealed when that is made. Anyway, enough of me, I'll stop rambling. Thank you again to all our new subscribers. I do hope you like the journey we're on. I thank everybody that is a returning subscriber. Thank you again. To everyone that has been viewing our videos, if you can please give it a thumbs up or press that subscribe button. It would be really, really appreciated. And I hope to see you all in the next video. I'll see you then. Bye.